In the shadow of the valley where the dead men talk, the dust whispers secrets in a slow, dry walk alone. Church stands its bell, silent and still, underneath the gunslinger's heart waiting will. Beneath the gunslinger lies a tale untold of love gone cold and vengeance bold. In the silent desert under burning skies, every whisper's a ghost, every silence a lie. Once rode with a brother side by side in the fray. The trail's bullet found him one cursed break of day. Left him lying in a town too sad for its name, with nothing but a bottle to douse the flame. Beneath the gunslinger lies a tale untold of love gone cold and vengeance bold. In the silent desert under cursed lands cries every shadow's a doubt, every gust a goodbye. At the crossroads under the pale moonlight, he faced the devil with his old plight. Revenge or peace, the dry wind hiss, with a gun in his hand and a name on his lip. Beneath the gunslinger the truth now rides past haunted graves where sorrow abides. In the heart of the desert he made his stand, a tale of dust, gunpowder, and no promised land. Every strum of the guitar a lament for the past, in the wild weary west where legends last.
In the shadow of the holler, where the cold wind moans, stands a church, scorched and empty, in a field of weathered bones. Dust devils dance on broken glass, whiskey whispers on my breath, the echoes of a prayer lost in flames, a sermon preached on death. Burning embers, scarlet sky, memories, fury untamed. The cross stands black against the fire as the devil calls my name. Hell's own choir sings in the wind, the past won't let me be a haunted man with a cursed land as far as eyes can see. Ghost town secrets buried deep beneath the chapel floor, love letters and a locket, a vow lost in the war. A preacher man once took my heart, then took everything I had. In the ashes of that holy place lies the good turn bad. Smoldering ruins, midnight's cry, shadows lengthen fate. A crucifix once golden, now a charred and bitter blade. Voices haunt the desert's edge where my sins freely roam. Church bells chime no more for me, this land's my final home. Underneath the silver moon, the truth hard and raw, I face the man in black and rose, his word the final law. Gunsmoke twirled like spirits lost, his final breath a sigh, a whispered curse upon the winds. Neath the endless starlit sky. Ashes to ashes, dust to dust, fire cleanses sin. I walk along the endless road where grief and guilt begin. For every love that turns to ash, for every broken vow, I am the keeper of the flames, the outlaw of the night. Each verse, chorus, and bridge in this dark, acoustic outlaw ballad paints a picture of desolation and redemption, wrapped in the haunting atmosphere of a ghostly western landscape.
In the shade of a deadwood tree, where the whistling wind moans, I lay my whiskey bottle down beside a trail of bones. The ghost town sleeps in silence under skies of iron gray. Echoes of the train's lament carry my mind away. Burnt shadows under twilight's arch, a curse upon the sands. I walk these dusty roads alone, justice in my hands. Church bells rang their last goodbye, and flames that reach the sky. In the ashes of a revenge, even the brave can cry. She was the dawn of my dusk, heart stolen with a smile, betrayed by a brother's lie, led astray by God. From the dusty bottle's bottom, my spirit's pain was found. In the forgotten graves out back, my hopes are buried ground. Burned shadows under twilight's arch, a curse upon the sands. I stalk these silent deserts now, a gun cold in my hands. The church cross stands charred and black, a stark against the red sky. In the ashes of revenge, even the strong can die. Underneath the blood-red moon, face the man who wronged. Words as dry as desert's breath, where I roll up alone. His eyes a mirror of my pain, twisted by the winds of fate. A brother's bond now just as dead, sealed by a darkened hate. In the ashes of the revenge, the past lays bare and scorched. Forgiveness is a distant shore, forever now divorced. The dust storms claim what's left of heart, as I accept the bane. In the land of cursed memories, only the ghosts remain. whisper sins. Past the chapel where the fire took the saints. There's a trail lit by the ghost of a lantern's glow, where whiskey bottles mark a path only cursed know. Each step a memory, each shadow a tale of woe. Where the lantern path waits to do the bones of fate. Under the moon's cold watch lies a story unspoken. The cries of the night, they know my name. Lost love's echo and the winds that never wane. Dust remembers a stride of forsaken boots through silent towns with boarded saloons. There's a flame that burns in a lover's scorn, and a man with a heart from which all warmth has shorn. Promises like tumbleweeds gone as soon as they're sworn. Where the lantern path awaits with silent gates, past forgotten graves where the love once bloomed. Here lies the dust of dreams decayed on cursed lands where we once prayed. In the valley of shadows I met my fears, face to face with the years and the salt of my tears. A showdown with the ghost in my mind, where the past and present are cruelly entwined. I reach for my gun as the night resigned. Where the lantern path waits, I settle my scores with the ghosts of my love and the wars of my remorse. The stars witness my sins in this desolate expanse. I walk alone, gave the devil his dance. On the lantern path, there's nothing left but to advance.
Stretch and wind past the ghost town silence under the morning sky. Old whiskey whispers from the lips of a dusty bottle as the sun bleeds red over the hills where spirits lie. Hear the whispers in the last ride, echoes of the vows and the love that died. In the roar of the dust storm, hear the cries of the souls once scorched by deceit and lie. The tale unwinds in a forgotten grave where roses wither and no prayers are said. She was the flame and the fury, the storm in my veins. Turned to betrayal, left my heart for dead. A train whistle moans through the cursed night air. visions grew like thorns around my soul's own roof. By the light of the moon I see her face in the silver glow, my heart's disgrace. So Lisbon's in the last ride. The land's too scorched from the tears I've cried, except in the dusk where my fears reside, in the last ride's whisper where my demons hide. Under starlit dust lies a story buried in whiskey bottles and rust. Under the moon's pale watch, old chapel lies still. Shadows dance on cracked walls with a ghostly thrill. Dust devils spin where the vows were once heard. Whiskey breath and whispered sins undisturbed. A train whistle moans through the cursed silent town. Echoes of old lovers' cries settling down. Hear the whispers in the chapel, all so slow, twirling secrets in the dark where no one goes. Burning memories in the pews, they softly speak of a love that turned to vengeance and a heart that leaks. There's a tale they tell of a bride left in white, her groom found with another by the dim lantern light. In her hand a bottle, in her eyes a storm raged. A vow broken on this altar, her wrath uncaged. By dawn the chapel smoldered, her love entwined in the ashes of the past, forever confined. Listen to the whispers in the chapel, waltz with fear, spinning sorrow and the rage year after year. Flames flicker in the ruin with a haunting glow, telling tales of what happens when love stoops low. In the stillness there she stands, gown stained with time, a specter of the love lost in her silent prime. The wind howls through the doorway, a mournful tune, as she sways alone beneath the ghostly moon. Feel the whispers in the chapel, also deep, where the forgotten graves of lost lovers sleep. She dances on through the night to a vengeful beat. In her heart no forgiveness, just the desert's heat. So beware the love that whispers false under the steeple high, for it dances in the shadows where the old secrets lie.
In a ghost town where the shadows play, dust rolls where the children used to lay. Whiskey bottles lie in the silent sands, emptied by the touch of trembling hands. A train whistle moans in the distant gloom, calling out like an old forgotten tune. Buried deep in the outlaw heart, love and venom play their part. Underneath the cursed moon's light lies a tale of wrath and blight. The wind whispers secrets hard and taut, buried deep in the outlaw heart. Once loved a girl with fire in her eyes, promises made under starlit skies. But betrayal came on a hellbound steed, left my heart to break and bleed. In the church where we once prayed, flames licked the walls where our vows lay. Buried deep in the outlaw heart, echoes of a love torn apart. Beneath the scorn of heaven's chart, revenge stirs up the dust so dark. The past won't let the present stop, buried deep in the outlaw heart. Now face to face with ghostly fates, in the ruins of my hate I wait. A showdown with my soul's regrets on a field of dead sunsets. Her memory, a haunting dart, pierces through the outlaw heart. Buried deep in the outlaw heart, forgiveness is a dying art. With every beat away I part from the love that turned to depart. In the silence I accept my part, buried deep in the outlaw heart.
Under a blood-red sky where the old church lies, ghost town whispers singing lullabies. Footsteps echo across the cursed land, a bottle of whiskey gripped in a trembling hand. The wind carries tales of a love that crashed. Here I am in the shadows, dancing with ashes. Dancing with ashes under the cold moonlight. Every step a story of what's wrong and right. In the silence where the spirits sigh, I'm just a soul too restless to die. Dancing, dancing with ashes tonight. How the flames kissed the sky, the night the truth burned and love set say goodbye. She vanished like smoke on that old train's whistle, left nothing but memories sharp as thistles. Now every gust of desert dust, every church bell that clashes, brings me back to the dance with ashes. Dancing with ashes under the starlit veil, every turn a reminder of that bitter tale. Here in the wasteland where echoes confide, lies a heart that the desert can't hide. Dancing, still dancing with ashes so pale. There's a storm brewing over the silent sands, like the fury I feel clenching these hands. The gods of vengeance whispering gusts so brash in the swirling dust. My sorrows I clash tonight, the old ghosts will see what's amiss as I summon the courage for the final twist. Dancing with ashes where no angels tread, with each step I claim all the tears I've shed. This dance, my redemption, oh my sweet despair. In the dust I find the courage laid bare. Dancing, forever dancing with the ghost in my head. Dancing, just dancing with ashes till I'm dead.
Dancing with the hollow sky.
Crimson sun bleeds its light on a ghost town streets. A whiskey bottle rolling past the chapel's burned out shell. Dust devils dance where laughter used to meet. Specters whisper secrets that the night won't tell. I'm just dancing with the hollow sky, where the stars don't dare to tread. Echoes of a lonesome lie, riddle cry across plains where the angels fear to wed. Once loved a girl with storm clouds in her eyes, in a town too cursed, where hope dared not to stay. She left with a train whistle's mournful sighs. Under a dust storm shroud, she stole my heart away. Dancing with the hollow sky, beneath the moon that hides its face in shame. Every whispered wind's a soul's goodbye to a land that forgot to remember its own name. At the crossroads by the forgotten graves, I face the devil wearing my lover's guise. A showdown with the shadows that she gave underneath the hollow, heartless skies. So I dance alone with the hollow sky. Revenge, a bitter trail from the lies she spun. This outlaw heart set to ride or die underneath the cursed eye of a vengeful sun. In the shadow of the mesa, under blood-red skies, lies a town forgotten, where old secrets die. Dust devils dance where the chapel once stood. Whiskey bottles lie masked in sodden wood. Ashes of the church fire swirling in the wind. Memories like ghost trains never coming in. The bell tolls for the haunted, the lost, the damned, echoing through cursed lands, an unholy reprimand. There was love neath the steeple, a promise made of gold, turned to whispers in the night, dark stories told. Betrayal, sharp knife under a silent moon. She vanished with the shadows, none too soon. Ashes of the church fire, painting sorrow's face, past hopes burning fiercely, leaving but a trace. Cries of the forsaken, riding the night's chill in the heart of the desert. Love's blood did spill. I stood in the embers, faced the howling gale. Through the smoke a ghostly veil did pale. Revenge a cold whisper in the desert's ear. One last showdown, the end draws near. Ashes of the church fire, now my fate's thrown. In this silent desert I walk alone. Forgiveness a forgotten grave under starlit skies. I'm just a whisper in the wind where my heart lies. In the shadow of a ghost town under a red sky, the wind moans secrets as old as time. Bottled whiskey lying in the sand where the spirits sigh. The echoes of betrayal in each sip I find. Whispers in the whiskey calling out my name. Haunted tales of love lost and the devil's game. In the depths of amber liquid I see her face, drowned in the fire water lies my disgrace. That curse
face to face with my reflection in the broken glass, a specter of the man I was fading fast. Promised life, forgotten graves scattered in the past. Now revenge whispers with the wind's cold blast, whispers in the whiskey. This is my final stand. In the silence of the desert, I take the law in hand. The truth in the bottle, the gun cold in my grasp. In the land of the cursor, I found my peace at last. Out in the howling silent sands, with whiskey in my shaking hands, the ghost towns wail their lonesome sins as I ride through the desert wind. Dust storms swirl where churches burn, where love was lost and never returned. The train whistles more like an old best friend. Echoes follow through the desert wind. Oh, the desert wind, it knows my name. Whispers secrets, old tales of shame. Every gust a reminder of what could have been. I ride along with the desert wind. Under the black velvet sky stars dim, recall the night betrayal did begin. She vanished like smoke on a cursed land's whim, her laughter lost to the desert wind. Found her locket near a forgotten grave, promises whispered too faint to say. A silver bullet, a heart to mend. Revenge calls cold in the desert wind. Oh, the desert wind, bitter and wild, carries the cries of the devil's child. It sings a vengeance for my lost kin, my fate sealed with the desert wind. In the hush of night, my shadow stands tall against the backdrop where old wrongs call.
town where the church bells no longer toll. Whiskey bottles lay beside each forsaken soul. Dust swirls where the rose once grew, under skies no longer clear nor blue. A lone train whistle splits the cursored air. Echoes bound for nowhere from nowhere. Gone with the ashes, faded so fast. Memories of the future, ghosts of the past. In the silence of the desert where the lost love scream, I wandered through the remnants of a forsaken dream. Here stood a church, now charred and burned, a testament to the lessons we never learned. She whispered of love, as sweet as spring's first rain, but her heart hid secrets, bound in chains of pain. By the forgotten graves, we made our solemn vows. But her betrayal left nothing but shadows and hollows. Gone with the ashes, lost in the blaze. The fire in her eyes now just smoky haze. In the whiskey's burn, where the heartache teems, I drown in the currents of broken dreams. On that night with the moon as my witness, I faced the truths as cold as the desert's kiss. A revolver's echo, a cry in the dark, what's left of justice in a world so stark. The ashes, I ride alone through silent deserts where the winds moan. With each step forward, my past I redeem. In the land of the lost, I reclaim my dream. Gone with the ashes under starlit beams. In the haunted quiet, I sow my seams. Out where the dust whips the silence around, in a valley where the damned souls parade, stands an old town, just curses and shrouds, where even the brave seldom tread.
Echoes of train whistles, sad midnight calls, whiskey bottles shattered by ghostly despair. Each crumbling wall, a story it balls of love lost and lives claimed unfair. Dance, dance, the dead man's valley waltz under moonlight with shadows you've crossed. Twirl with the memories and the desert frost. Dance, dance till you pay the final cost. Once loved a maiden with fire in her eyes. In this town my heart she did claim, but betrayal burns under cold starlit skies. She left the church burned in her name. I searched every canyon, called out in vain. Only echoes of my pleas came on back. The wind laughed, carrying her sweet scent again on the same dusty forsaken track. Dance, dance, the dead man's valley waltz, spin with spirits, the old tales retold. Twirl with the dust where your dreams were sold. Dance, dance till the truth unfolds. In the tavern's low light, I heard a tale old of a lady with eyes fiery red. Haunted the valley seeking love she once sold for gold to the now walking dead. I knew right then what next I must face, the ghost of my past and her deceitful grace. Dance, dance, the dead man's valley waltz with the ghost of my lost false heart cause. Twirl her around, in the silence we'll pause. Dance, dance in the cold under stars' applause. Let her go, let the past finally die, as the valley keeps our waltz alive. Dance, dance till the end justifies the pain, the love under wide open skies.
Cry their mournful tune, lies the ghost of a town neath a cursed moon. Whiskey bottles litter a forgotten street, echoes of footsteps, a heart skips a beat. Dust storms whisper secrets in shades of gray, a lone train whistle moans far, far away. In that silence hangs a tale so bleak of a love lost in vengeance that the shadows speak. Oh, buried in the hollow sky where dreams go to wither and die, underneath the starless cloak lies a truth that the darkness spoke. With sunset in his eyes, haunted by the love that he'd come to despise. In her eyes a tempest, a storm unfurled, a betrayal hidden that shattered their world. A church once holy, now consumed by flame. He cursed her memory, whispered her name. Through the ashes he sought the path to right, dry. Beneath the moon's ghostly cloak rests a love that the fire awoke. In the quiet of the night, he faced the truth, the land cursed from the folly of their youth. With a gun by his side and a tear unseen, he walks the line between what could and should have been. Now buried in the hollow sky, where old ghosts lay down to die. Underneath the watchful eyes of the night, he finds peace in the fading light. So let the desert swallow the tales untold of the lover's heart that became too cold. In the hollow sky they whisper goodbye, buried deep where the lonely souls lie. In the shadow of the Sierra spine, where the wind whispers sins of the brine, stood a town with souls hollow and cold, under skies that weep, stories untold. Whiskey bottles lay, dreams all but damned. Ghosts walk the streets of this cursed land. Blood on the cursed land under a blackened sky. Forgotten graves hum the coyotes' cry. Lost love's a tale told by the restless sand. Oh, the devil dances in this cursed land. There's a tale of a man heart led astray by a love that cruel fate stole away. In the churchyard by the sycamore, burnt out prayers, love lives no more. Echoes of a train like a mourning band, screams slice the silence of the cursed land. Blood on the cursed land under a vengeful moon. Each whistle wails out a forsaken tune. Revenge a path laid with a trembling hand. Oh, the night howls deep in this cursed land. By the old dusty road he faced his sin, the betrayer's shadow wearing a kin's grin. Gunpowder scent, a last stand so grand. In the heart of the desert, a final stand. Blood on the cursed land where lost souls roam. Each step taken closer to an unearthly home. Silence now reigns where once he made his stand. Just a whisper lost in the cursed land.
In the shadow of a chapel where the cold winds moan, lies a town too cursed to claim a name of its own. Whiskey bottles line the streets like candles for the dead. Underneath the blood-red sky and the full moon's dread. Hear the prayer to whispers in the chapel's mournful halls, begging mercy from the ghosts that wandered through its walls, where the vows of love were traded for a gunfighter's aim. Echoes of the past, they whisper vengeance in my name. Once a lover, now a specter, in the dust and heat. Her memory haunts the silence of the empty, cracked streets. A train whistle cuts the night like a scream across the plain, recalling fires that turn holy ground to ashes in the rain. You hear the prayer to whispers in the chapel's broken pews, each one a testament to choices that a man might choose. From the depths of shadow love to the stark light of day, the whispers speak of a price that's yet to pay. By the light of a burning church, I saw her face again. In twisted flames, found the truth. It was I who bore the sin. A whisper in the desolate, forgive it softly pleaded, but revenge, a thirsty blade, remained decidedly unheeded. So a prayer to whispers in the chapel under stars so cruel and bright. I lay down beside forgotten graves, disappearing into the night. Let the desert claim its due, where the ghostly voices swell. In the silent dust I'll find my peace as the chapel bell knells. A lone echo fades away in lands both cursed and swept, where whispered prayers meet the dawn and the old secrets kept.
Out where the horizon bleeds into the night, lonely house twist with the cold moonlight. Dust devils dance where the old church burned, whiskey whispers from a bottle unturned. Ghost town shadows, they beckon and bend, life and death mingle on the desert wind. Blood on the desert wind stains the soul, it does, haunted by screams and the things that were. Justice is just a ghost fading in the dusk. Revenge a lover's whisper, a curse that must be heard. There was love once beneath the old willow tree, turned to betrayal over gold lost to greed. A brother's promise, now a forgotten grave, mourned by the whistles of a passing train. Her locket's at the bottom of the old well, every clink of the chain another story it tells. Blood on the desert wind stains the soul, it does. Echoes of her laughter storm's wrath. His pistol's cold, like his path. I loved you, brother, but you chose your fate. Words as harsh as the land, sealed by hate. Blood on the desert wind, a tale that spun in the silent desert where all things end. Forgiveness is a word too heavy for the tongue. On cursed lands, there's only revenge. Out where the horizon bleeds into the night, blood on the desert wind, fading out of sight.
On a horse, a shadow under midnight side, crossing deserts where the old towns lie. Whiskey bottle empty, heart full of fire, riding through the hollow sky. The wind whispers secrets of a cursed land, through the ruins where the church once grand. Burned to ashes in the devil's hand, with my love's name in the sand. Oh, the hollow sky where the lost souls cry, echoes of the deeds under watchful eyes. I ride for vengeance under starlit skies, haunted by the love I can't reprise. Had a sweetheart, pure and true, her laughter a melody now overdue. Betrayed by a brother I thought I knew, left her in the ground, the morning dew. Train whistles moan like a ghost in pain, through silent deserts and forgotten plains. A badge of honor, now a stain on a heart that's bound in a bitter chain. Oh, the hollow sky where the lost souls cry, through dust storms swirling where dreams go to die. Riding for redemption where the old bones lie, cursed by the love I can't deny. Shadows at the break of dawn, face my brother traitor on the lawn. Bullets sang a deadly song, now he's lying cold, his life withdrawn. Underneath the hollow sky, now I ride alone, past the burning churches to the sins I atone. The echoes fade into the stones, a gunslinger's path eternally sown. Oh, the hollow sky witnesses my tone, silent in the desert where my grief has grown.
riding through the devil's deal.
In the shadow of dusk, beneath the blood-red sky, I rode past a chapel where the crows do cry. Ghost town whispers through streets of despair, empty bottles and dreams scattered everywhere. I'm riding through the devil's deal, haunted by the wheels, every turn and squeal. Packed with shadows in the silent sand, I ride alone, a cursed, forsaken man. Once loved a girl with wildfire eyes. Beneath these cursed stars, she told her lies. In a gust of dust, she left without a trace, only the echo of her steps, a vanishing embrace. I'm riding through the devil's deal, every mile a reminder of the heart she'd steal. Whiskey numbs the soul, but not the pain. In every shadow, her memory remains. At the crossroads, the wind speaks her name, a spectral vision in a flickering flame. Gunpowder and guilt, my constant friends. Tonight this endless road might finally end. Still riding through the devil's cruel jest, each star above a witness to my quest. In the heart of the desert, I make my stand to break this curse